Mustang GT, and I am getting a check engine light, the 0442 code, and so I'm going to go ahead and replace the fuel inlet because it's really the last thing left I think that I need to fix. And there is quite a bit of give in the little breakaway thing there, so I have a feeling that's where the problem's coming from. And it started giving me that check engine light right after fuel fill up, so now it's gotten where it just stays on all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this entire assembly, so we're gonna have to jack up the car, take the wheel off, take the fender liner out, then we'll get that entire fuel inlet replaced. So let me show you how I'm gonna do it. Okay, so now we have the car jacked up on some jack stands, the wheel off. We can get started on replacing this fuel filler inlet. So first thing I'm going to do is remove this fender liner. There's a bunch of plastic screws in here that you just unscrew all those. One good screw, this whole liner will come out. So I'm going to do that now. All right, so I got all the little plastic caps out. Now there's two screws here holding this liner, and I'll go ahead and remove those. Ford's always got the stupidest little clips here, these little screw-in clips. Always kind of a pain in the butt, so there's two of them on my car to remove. It is absolutely raining dirt out of this thing. Well, that was a lot of fun. Super dirty. Let me sweep up really quick, then we'll get back to this. So behind the fender liner, we have the whole fuel filler inlet here. So this whole thing needs to come out. You can see it pops in through the frame here. It's really just kind of a press fit up at the outside of the car. We'll deal with that in a second. The tricky part is underneath here, behind the frame, is a couple of hose clamps and one fuel vapor lock thing we have to undo. So let's take a look at what that's going to look like. So here's the new fuel filler inlet neck I bought. I bought a real Ford Motorsport one just to make sure I didn't get anything that was funky. So here's the inlet. Here's the little cap where we're going to have to undo that fuel vapor line. And then a couple hose clamps here and here. This one actually goes to the tank. I do see a lot of people actually leave this section that's already in their car and just replace from here on because this is just a simple hose. So if there's nothing wrong with it, it can be a lot easier. So we'll see what happens once I get in there if I decide to leave this little piece in the car that goes right to the tank, or if I'll go ahead and replace the entire thing. But we'll take a look. But here's the new one that I bought from Ford. It was about $200. So it looks like I got all sorts of stuff in the way here. So this giant Steeda sway bar with these standoffs is causing a little bit of an issue with just being able to get to where I need to get to. And then it looks like it'll actually be easier if I go ahead and pull this back muffler off. So I'm going to go ahead and undo the muffler. It's just one clamp there, and undo the two mounts. Pull that out, and that should give me enough room to get up under there where I need to a little bit better without hopefully having to, I think I can work around the sway bar, so we'll see how it goes. So from the underside here, you can kind of see what we're working with. So here's the fuel line that we need to replace, the fuel inlet. There's a bolt here you have to undo to unclamp it. There's one of the hose clamps, and then it circles around over here to the top of the tank where the other one is. But there is still the little fuel undo thing. I'm not even sure if you can see it up behind that muffler. I also have this Watts link, phase 2 Watts link on the car that's causing all sorts of issues with it being in the way, of course, of what I need to do. So always fun with modified cars of figuring out where everything needs to go. So in my car, this last exhaust bolt here to pull the muffler off is just a little 1/2-inch clamp. So we will undo that. All right, so I got the muffler loose, the rear hanger done, and it unclamped here. But because of the Watts link, it doesn't want to come out, so I'm going to just work around it. But you can see this little fuel line connection here, so you just pull on that blue strip on that white thing, and that'll pull apart. You just separate that, pull that blue thing away as the safety lock, and then the whole thing will just pull off. And then we're going to undo this bolt right here, 13mm bolt, and then we're going to undo a hose clamp here and the hose clamp at the tank. And then we'll get started removing this whole thing and then putting the new one in. So at the gas door, this whole thing is just a push fit. You can just push it in, it'll pop right in there. That'll get it ready to for the rest of it to come out of here. Alright, as I started taking this thing apart, I went ahead and undid the hose clamp here at the fuel tank and then pulled that hose off. I've gotten rid of the clamp up here also, separated that, so I'll pull apart this rubber hose that goes between the tank and the hard line, and then I'll pull this whole hard line out of the car. The little vapor lock thing was a total pain in the butt. I ended up actually breaking the safety blue clip part on it to get it out, but such is life. All right, so I went ahead and bit the bullet and pulled off the exhaust from there at the mid pipe to the muffler to at least give myself a little bit more room to work in here. So the whole thing is taken apart now. Now I just got to do the little twist and pull to get this thing out of here. Okay, it took a ton of finagling from the inside and twisting and a little bit of cussing, but it looks like we finally got this thing out. It came out. I didn't have to remove the Watts link or anything like that, so that's good, but it was definitely a quite the twist. I pretty much had to get on the inside underneath and push it out as I kind of push this inside the fender well to get it outside the fender well arch here. So the stock one is out. All right, so putting this thing back in is the same kind of thing. You got to wind it through here. Mine's a real pain because right where the tube on the inside wants to go, it's up against the Watts link inside there. So just got to kind of fish it through there, and then eventually it'll drop into place. Then this will fit back in the fuel door. So just keep wiggling it in there. It'll get in there eventually.
That's what she said.
Okay, so we got the new hose in. We'll twist this clamp in here. Get this clamp goes where it goes. Tighten this clamp onto this hose right here. About ready to seat the new fuel line onto the fuel tank there. Just push that down, screw it down, and we're pretty much installed. Already popped on the little vapor lock thing. Then put the exhaust back together and should be ready to go. All right, finished product all done. Clamp down there at the tank. Clamped here together. 13mm bolt reinstalled with that clamp. Vapor lock thing re-locked down. Exhaust system all bolted back in and hung back up. So probably not as bad if you don't have this big phase 2 Watts link under here, but definitely remove this cross brace that you have factory if you got one of those still. But the rest of the job is really just kind of snaking it apart. That vapor lock thing was a total pain. Mine was already kind of broken when I got to it, so not sure what was going on there, but hopefully this fixes the problem. All right, now don't be lazy. Make sure you put the fender liner back in. These things are here for a reason, so go ahead and screw all those back in. Tighten up your 2 screws that you have with the little clip ends. And you are done. Put the wheel back on, lower the car down. Hopefully clear the code if you have the same code I did. And hopefully it never comes back. We'll find out. I'll let you know how it goes. Well, the good news is replacing the fuel filler fixed the car. It passed. All right. So if you have the same trouble code I did, try replacing the fuel filler. Maybe it'll give you that relief you need and allow you to pass emissions like I did. Have a good one.